Hello, gamers. We've got our first colony set up, which means that in a second, we should be discovering Colony Crisis, the new and reworked hostile activity. Well, this is going to be interesting. You'll notice they've removed all the passive debuffs, and everyone across the galaxy rejoiced, because nobody liked that part of it. But what they've also done is they've removed the ability to completely negate the crisis. You see, military infrastructure used to provide a flat negative number to the progress. So if you got the progress low enough and your infrastructure was good enough, you would just not make any progress. Now, your military infrastructure just multiplies it. So Patrol HQ reduces it by 10%, military base 30%, high command 50%. So there is no avoiding it, there's only delaying it. Even if you blow up ships to reduce progress, you get blowback, which basically gives you the same points back just over time. So there's no way to permanently stop the crises. They're just going to keep coming. The best you can do is delay them, but that might be useful, delaying them so that you can get, like, once you know what's coming, because as you get event progress, right now it doesn't tell me what's going to happen. But as you get closer, it'll start to tell you, and then you might delay it in order to prevent things from getting out of hand, give you some time to repair. It's a pretty interesting system. That being said, I don't know too much about what's actually going to happen. So, I'm going to try and be prepared as much as possible. Which means, for starters, we've got to get this colony ready. Stability at 3 is not a good place to be. That being said, that should probably improve once the spaceport is finished. Let's get that accessibility up, because otherwise we're just going to starve, and that's going to be a problem. The spaceport's not even finished, and it's already making a small amount of money. And then once the spaceport is finished, this will probably be a low amount of growth. I'm not going to be doing hazard pay. What I've heard is that, for the most part, crises aren't a big deal as long as you stay down at colony size 3. So I don't want to rush growth. I do want to get there eventually. But for now, just having a passive source of income that I can visit, that's going to be pretty useful on its own. After that, though, yeah, I do need to wait for the spaceport to be finished, and then I want to get an orbital station up very quickly. I guess I can queue up a way station. No, I'll hold on to my cash. There's no reason to do that right now. And then, of course, once this finishes, the accessibility will be up. Farming, once that's finished, we'll actually have exports, and this should be making money. I think I'll wait for Freeport. I'll wait a little bit. I want that stability to be more than nothing. Now, I don't think I have any transplutonics. Yeah. I do have metals, so I just need to buy some transplutonics from somewhere, and then I'll be able to build a comm relay, which will help a lot. It's pretty non-negotiable, really. Comm relays are just necessary for your colony. Okay. Now, first things first, I'm going to start trimming the fat. I own a Paragon for home defense, as the Founding Fathers intended, but it's going to be staying at home for the most part. Right now, I want to cut back on costs. Don't want to be operating too many things at the same time. Let's see. Yeah, I only need like 200 crew. So I'll carry around 300. It's a little weird that they're okay with sitting in storage where not getting paid. I'm not sure how this works. I'm just going to assume that the lore makes sense. Now, this planet killer I do have some plans for. I've never given it over to the Pathers just out of principle, but today I think I'm just going to do that. Well, maybe not today, but when I get a good opportunity, I'm just going to give it to the terrorists. I'm a little curious if they've added something for that event. Like, do they actually use it now? That would be interesting, if there's consequences for that decision. Last patch, there was no consequences. It was just a benefit. Now, that being said, it does say that it requires authorization codes that are probably long lost. So maybe it's just impossible to use, and it's really just a token of... It's really like a symbolic gesture. It's not a real thing. That's possible. Or maybe in the future there'll be another quest to get the authorization codes, and if you hand those over as well, then some stuff happens. That would be interesting. And that would make sense. Rather than just having one thing you have to do to get a planet blown up, you would have to do two things. You have to find the planet killer and the authorization codes. And then you can blow one up yourself, or you can sell them off to the highest bidder. That would be pretty cool. I do have a few story points, so what I have in mind right now is I'm going to burn them, getting some of these solar shielding S modded. For combat purposes, this is not optimal. But the convenience of just being able to ignore hazards, that is priceless. And I should have, yeah, and I'll still have one story point left over, just in case I need a little bit of plot armor. Okay, how we looking? 37 supplies, minus 2.6 per day. Yes, I do need to go buy some supplies. I forgot to turn on the music again. Here we go. Perfect. Let's salvage this debris field that's here. That helps with the supplies. Okay. Now our fuel range is a lot further. Now we've dropped off a lot of stuff. Yeah, we've just got storage capacity, fuel capacity, and then this is a very, very good fleet for punching above its weight class. Do I want to repair this right now? Faulty power grid? I think so. I think I'm going to... 34,000 credits. Yeah, I'm at a stage in the game where that's very much fine. It's a non-issue. This, though, I think I'll live with the erratic fuel injector for now. I do want to save the money so that I can pour it into the colony. Okay. Well, now that I've got some supplies, I'm going to go hit this mothership. I've got everything I need to take care of that. It's interesting how these domain-era survey ships are designed in terms of combat performance, because the complete, well, nearly complete lack of shields means that they're just super vulnerable to some specific strategies, like the Sunder. The Sunder with pretty much anything in that large weapon slot is going to demolish them. EMP is also very dangerous for them. So having a fleet that kind of maximizes both of those things, well, I mean, one Sunder is not exactly maximizing your Sunder capacity, but it's pretty good. You know, there's a video on YouTube of a guy piloting a single Sunder and destroying all of the guards. Definitely possible. All right, where is it exactly? Some distance away. That's right. It's one of those. Oh, that's fully surveyed. Surveyed. I see it, right. Of course. Let's get this detector going and try searching this way. That might just be pointing towards the planet. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. So this entire left side is not where it is. Because it does show you fake signals a lot, but what it doesn't do is hide real signals. The only way for them to be hidden is if they're behind something else. Okay, so we're not at war with the church anymore. That's cool. I guess we're not at war with Tritech either, but our suspicion is still pretty bad. Alright, that's good. We're not going to get attacked. At least until the hegemony starts another pointless war. Okay. Right, so the colony just finished the starport. Let me have a look. Oh, look at that. I actually made money. Net income. Just barely. Just barely. And then we're going to get a little bit more from the colony now that it's active. Okay, stability is up to 7. If we can get a comm relay, that'll be up to 9. That's pretty good. And what else we got? 250,000. I'm going to go with high tech. Because of course I'm going to go with high tech. They're shiny, and I like that. Okay. Probably going to want a way station before I go to Patrol HQ. So that I can restock at my own colony. Being all the way out here and then having to fly over to Sentinel to restock is going to be annoying. Plus, a lot of the time they're just not going to have enough. It's a pretty small colony. Okay. I do want to upgrade this at some point, once I have enough money. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good place to start. Growth 2.33%. Hazard pay would push that up to 4. Yeah, I don't need to rush that, so I'm going to save the 5,000 credits. Okay. Where are we looking? Let's try down here. Yeah, there it is. Now we're starting to make some cash. Which is... Wait. Maybe later I'm going to have to look at the formula, because I know commissions scale off your level, but so does the obligation from your past. So I'm wondering if you're commissioned, does leveling up make you... Well, looking at the ratio between them, it probably still makes you more money. Just it's a question of by how much. Yeah, this is probably it. There it is. And I get another skill point. Very nice. Just what I needed. Yeah, and then I'm going to grab this, and then I'm going to go back over to the red skills. Then I'm going to go back over to technology, and then I can reassign cargo over to here, and then I think we're finishing. Grab best of the best last. Yeah, this should be very doable, even though there's 4 of these big boys. 112% bonus XP just means we're going to level up faster. Just don't die. Mostly for myself, because the AI usually doesn't die here. Sometimes you can overestimate your mobility when you don't have systems expertise with this thing. Right, let's try blowing up one of these real quick. Alright, that's one down. That's a lot of little guys. Yeah, let's pull out. Let's see if I can flank this thing. It looks like the Squall is its main kinetic damage, and it's got a lot of high explosives on the front. So it might be safer to just attack it from the front when the Squall's not active. Alright, that's one taken care of. It's going to be a lot easier to kill this thing when it's isolated. Probably would have been better off swapping out this Sabo pod for a Typhoon before coming here. Don't think the EMP damage is really that strong on the Sabos. Oh, that one's spamming. It's spamming salamanders, of course. That's going to be annoying. Okay, can we take care of you? I'm tempted to go after you, but no, let's go after you. Oh, it missed. Cool. That's great. Okay. Yeah, that should be popping things real easy. Nice and easy. This is why things like hardened subsystems, combat endurance, are super important for frigates. With a base peak performance of 180 seconds on the Omens, that's not really long enough. You want to be able to just kite the enemy and look for opportunities to kill them when they're more isolated from their friends. Remember, monkeys strong together, but monkey alone is weak. In this case, monkey is ship. This is kind of the classic what's it called? Defeat in detail. Yeah, if we lined up all of our ships and just shot at each other. Excuse me. If we just lined up all of our ships and shot at each other in a straight line, I don't think we'd win. In fact, I think we'd lose. I think most people would think that we would lose there. But that's not what we're going to do. Especially with coordinated maneuvers, right? You max out their shield capacity, you give them hardened shields, and then you get coordinated maneuvers to get them even faster. There's just no way for the enemy to pin down and actually finish off your omens. So they end up pulling the enemy fleet in a bunch of different directions. And as a result, you can pick them off really easily. It's a very reliable and very easy strategy to pull off. Alright, let's get out of here. You see, all of the frigates have disappeared. Yeah, even against the destroyers, the omens are 1v1ing them pretty easily. Or 1v2ing them in that case. It's almost embarrassing how weak these things are. It's just spamming a few omens. Yeah, and now they're running out of peak performance. That's fine. Alright, let's just do that again. I think I have ECCM on this ship, which really is not necessary. I think I should just be getting more vents, because this heavy blaster is generating a lot of flux. I don't really need the ECCM. Good night. Ooh, don't want to get too blasted by that. Bye-bye. Let's clean up this one. Oh, did that do... I think I missed. Yeah, I don't think I did any damage with those. Oh, I was not paying attention. Why am I moving in the wrong direction? What is happening? Hello? Oh, I can't. My engines are still out. And of course, I'm the one who dies. That was not what I intended to do. That was, that was not what I intended to do. I guess my fingers are still waking up. That's fine, though. Everything is fine. I'm just going to have to pay a bunch of credits to restore it. You know, it's a good thing I didn't restore it earlier, because, you know, restoring it twice with one demod is more expensive than restoring it once with 2 demods. So, you know, I think overall I made some good decisions. Just some poor piloting. Which is only going to get better once I get Neuralink. That's only going to get better, because I'm going to have to do that with 2 ships. Yeah, combat readiness is decreasing. That is fine. There's a big difference between the ones that have officers and the ones that don't. The extra time from Wolfpack Tactics means that this guy's down to 64%. This guy's still at 100. Yeah. What have I got now? Glitched sensor array. It's really going easy on me with these. Alpha core. That was honestly not what I was hoping for. Yeah, unless I get... I think... No, do you always get a guaranteed alpha core? Hey, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Pristine Nanoforge. I think we're doing pretty good. Life is looking great right now. I don't have a colony for this Pristine Nanoforge yet. And I don't want to start up more colonies and give myself too much trouble with the, not hostile activity, colony crisis. Oh wait, I can do this again. Hold on. Yeah, let's not leave before salvaging everything. Forgot that there would be 2. 1 from the battle and 1 from the mothership itself. Oh. That's one of those. Did we not observe this ship perform independent maneuvers mere hours ago? Yeah, because I thought that was just a sensor ghost. With respect, readings taken in hyperspace are intrinsically imprecise. Our Euclidean display framework is only an interpretation by our best expert systems. It was clearly just a blip. Yeah, a hyperspace blip. Right. Well, I'll take the data, and I'll take the small amount of stuff it had. You know, it's kind of cool that stuff like that happens. It's a little spooky. Some have theorized that maybe center ghosts are just in a different plane of hyperspace, and that they're actual ships. Or something. I mean, with all the stuff that's going on with phase ships being weird, like, we already know that there's other planes of hyperspace thanks to phase ships, and that weird stuff happens. And we're at war with the Persean League. But further than that, it could be that there's other spaces that are just we've yet to discover, and that's what a lot of sensor ghosts are. You know, maybe the ones that drain your drive field. I mean, they're clearly interacting with you, so they're more than just a ghost. Maybe there's something really out there. I have 822 supplies from that? Okay. Food shortage. Immediately. Okay. So, as soon as this finished, everything was fine, and now we have a food shortage. I'm guessing whatever... it doesn't say trait disruption, but that must be how... that must be the case, otherwise that wouldn't make any sense. Okay. But even without the food shortage, it only goes up to 6. Wasn't it at 7? Oh, I guess domestic, right. If you're meeting the demand for domestic goods, then that gives you like a +1 or something. That would be why. Okay, so we are going to need transplutonics. Oh, and I'm also going to need to repair this thing. Yeah, no, I don't really need to do that immediately. These are not... neither of these are the end of the world right now. Okay, but what I can do is I can drop this, get more vents, and I'm going to go ahead and even drop these. Do have 360-degree shields, and if I really need to get away from some fighters or missiles, I'm just going to burn plasma burn towards the nearest element. That's always an option. And then you can stick around. Do I really want ECCM? Probably not. I'll just get more flux stats, because you really need that. Okay. So I do want to do the Galatia quest line, because getting that finished up is going to be really useful, considering how far out this colony is. Getting the gate system online is going to be great. Also, of course, I'm going to have to find the one-time use ability to put a gate in a system where you want it, which I assume uses a stable location, because that's just how things work in this game. So no, I'm probably not going to have a nav relay or a sensor thingy. Oh, but first, hopefully, right, if I go to hyperspace topography, I'm really close. You know, I was going to go to the black hole to get more topographic data. But I think I've been there before. I think I scanned it. Let me just find like a gas giant or something. Give me something to work with. I only need like 5 more. And then I'll get hyperfield optimization. And that's going to make life just that little bit easier. And what have we got here? Man, of course I didn't bring enough crew to actually do any surveying. And now we're at war with Tritac again. That did not last very long. Peace was short-lived. Okay, I can survey this one. Oh, thank you. There we go. Just what the doctor ordered, really. Okay, so hopefully these guys have transplutonics, and if they don't, that's fine, because nowadays way stations give you transplutonics. and volatiles, which is a really nice touch. That was a nice little update they added. Actually, why? I'm just going to transverse jump instead of trying to fly through the corona to get to the jump point. That would be silly. I wonder if that background ever changes. Or is it always like the same image? Or maybe it's the same image and sometimes it zooms into different parts. Or maybe there's a noise generator that they use to just sort of randomly assemble the clouds in the background. I don't know. I do like the way that that looks, though. It's like being in an ocean. It really gives a sense of depth to hyperspace. Although I do wonder how it would look without the constant clouds in your face blocking the background. Are these two jump points just right next to each other? They are. I guess they're orbiting at different... Yeah, they're probably orbiting at different speeds, so sometimes they're close by and sometimes they're not. If I had to guess. Yeah, that fleet is still hanging out. That's going to be fun to deal with. Yeah, no, transplutonics not happening. Okay, that's fine. Why do you guys have an omen? Everybody sells omens. Everybody. Oh, I lost a fair amount of crew there. Okay. And you've got excess crew for sale. Cool. I'll just pick that up. Nice and easy. I think I'll keep 100. 80's more than enough. Do I want to keep volatiles? I guess I'll just hold on to them. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So from here, what I want to do is I'm going to go to Galatia. We'll just go straight there. Scavenger? Interesting. I didn't know that they spawn scavengers from just random worlds like that. I guess they have to come from somewhere. I just didn't know that's how they worked. Distress signal. You know what? I never take these. I'm going to go grab it. Let's see if it's an ambush or somebody who actually needs help. Nothing wrong with getting more reputation with independence. Alright, so it's not saying a hostile fleet is here. But I did find the coronal hypershunt, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm probably burning more supplies in the corona than I get from salvaging this thing. Alright, so now when I want to go fight those, I know where they are. And they'd better drop me some cryoblasters, because I really want those. Okay, what I'm looking for is the exploration tab. Here it is. Yes, because I have Captain's Log on, I can find this without just having to remember it or write it down. It's right here. I could even make that important if I wanted to. Yeah, I think I will. And I'll make this not important anymore. I guess while I'm here, might as well explore a little bit. If there's a coronal hypershunt, then surely there's other interesting things in the system, like a mining station or something. And those are always worth grabbing. There's a lot of little attention to detail in the game, too, that I appreciate. Like all of these volcanic worlds being in a blue giant system. You're not going to find a habitable world when there's a blue giant in town. But you are going to find a lot of hot planets. I don't know why that's still on. I should turn that off. Scan that. Really, is there nothing interesting? Do I have to use the neutrino detector to find anything? No, it's just pointing at the magnetic fields. Doesn't look like there's much. Asteroid field, nothing. Yeah, there's seriously nothing. Not even fake signals. Wow. It really is just the Hypershon. I'm a little surprised. Okay. Now we're going to go to Galatia and get this done. I'm pretty sure the next... Alright, go away. Yeah, I used to think the only way to get rid of those guys was to dive into a system and then jump back out. I think it's pretty cool that they run away from interdiction pulses like that. That's a neat little touch. Alright. So food is no longer an issue. Accessibility is way down again. Somehow. What happened? Oh, pirate activity, of course. Let's see. Likely have a base. Okay. Yeah, they thought that they were slick, rolling all of the things like pirate activity and path or cell effects into hostile activity. But then the problem is that marrying that to the event system that comes with hostile activity just made it so that nobody wanted to progress the system and actually see the events that happen. So then going backwards and separating them made them able to add a lot more content for those events that sound like they're pretty interesting. Alright. Yep. No slipstreams. I'm sure they'll show up when they're facing the wrong way. That's just how it works. Although now that reverse polarity is in the game, that's not so much of an issue. Alright, of course the bounties show up first. I'm not exactly... It seems like whenever you're in range of a comm relay, you instantly get all the bounties. But for other types of missions, you actually have to wait for the transmission to reach you. I'm not... like, it seems like the rules for bounties and how they work with comm transmissions just works differently from other types of things. Which is interesting. Yeah, mining station, I'll grab that. So look at that. Just passing straight through these clouds like they're not even there. At a speed of 20. It's beautiful. That's pretty close to home. It's a barren world. That's not particularly interesting. I guess I can grab it, even if I never get there in time. It's only one reputation lost. That's not a big deal. And what else we got? This is on the way back home, so I'll probably get that. It's pretty close, but I don't want to waste time going for that. Okay. What do you got for me? I was hoping to get the Tritachyon Black Site, but it looks like I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer. How much reputation did I get? 7. So, I didn't know this, but what I've been told is that you get the Black Site when you're up to a reputation of 50 with Alvis. Who has his sunglasses now, by the way. Just fix that. So, if I'm getting 7 from each mission, then 14 should put me above after doing these two. Which means next time I'll actually be able to complete, to actually progress the game. Of course, then I'm still going to need to go down to the Abyss in order to grab the gate, in order to put it in my system, or maybe the wormhole. Either one should work, really. Another thing that's interesting is that apparently colony crisis scale off of the number of colonies in the system, which is probably something they added to sort of encourage you to spread out your colonies a little bit. If they're in separate systems, then I don't think they increase the difficulty of the crisis. Let's see. Major events. Hostilities? That's just that. Okay. You know, I've got to go to major events. There it is. Colony crisis. I should probably tag that. Hidden pirate base, of course. Okay. So let's see, where are we going? We're going back up this way. Oh, that's so convenient. Well, this is in the wrong direction, but I'm going to go grab it. It is a mining base. And while I'm at the core worlds, I've been thinking about what direction I'm going to take this fleet for the end game. And probably what I'm going to do is grab a second Paragon and then an Astral. And if not that, then maybe a Pegasus or something. probably what I'm going to do. These omens are already really good at distracting enemy ships and capturing the points, so I just need some big guns to really deal the damage. And then I'll grab a second Fury and Neuralink them together. Or I could grab an Aurora and Neuralink it. That would... The limit is 50 points, I believe. Or is there no limit? Wait a minute. Is there no limit anymore? Because before you couldn't transmit instantly if the total DP of the two ships was above 50. But I'm not seeing any text for that here. Is that in the Neuralink hull mod? Which I don't have, so I don't know why I'm looking. So if they removed that limiter, then that would mean that they both lowered it on the skill tree and buffed it, which would be interesting. Hey, hold on. Alright, so it should be orbiting the Terran world. Very cool. Perfect. This is a tiny one, so I'm going to guess that this has... Wait, is there 2 Terran worlds? There is. I'm going to guess this has low gravity. It doesn't, even though it's so small. Weird. Maybe I should have colonized this one because it's so close and it has about the same stuff. Although Decivilized kind of sucks. Oh, there's the transplutonics I needed. Now I don't have to go buy them. Convenient. I can just go home and set up that comm relay. Alright, what have you got? Wow, this is kind of weird just how little there is going on here. Alright, what have we got? Expanded deck group? Sure. Anything else? Just a lot of free stuff. Alright. Really hoping for some colony items, but that's okay. This is fine. No, I don't think I'm going to bother scanning that. I've got most of the stuff that I want. Then again, if I can get... I haven't actually used the slip surge yet. So if I can get up to this, that might make this whole travel business a lot less tedious. Because I do feel like it's a bit of a dead space in these recordings. Oh, hey, this is pretty good. Don't want to lug this around. I guess I can afford the... I can afford the fuel, right? Hold on, let me have a look. Let me check my fuel range. I mean, I can buy more fuel when I'm at the core world, so yeah. You know, I was pretty lucky finding a Paragon early on, but there's also a bunch of these legions just hanging around in the sector. And finding them, they're also pretty good in the early game. You know, the legions got to have a lot of raw power compared to most of the stuff you're fighting early on. And it can't be flanked too easily because it gets fighters. Especially if you're supporting it with frigates, which you should be if you find it early on. It's a very, like, finding one of the Legion 14s scattered around the galaxy is a very good pickup in the early game. Let's see what we've got. System bounties. Personal bounties. Have any of them gotten up to a value that's interesting? Yeah, I could probably take on something like this. Although I'm not heading in that direction. It is tempting just because I think I would get some pretty decent XP from that. And leveling up is going to be pretty useful. Let's grab that because it's on the way home. What else we got? We got more stuff on the way home. Look, I need the cash. I'll take it. There's not really any black holes in this. There's just the one up there. Let's see. How many are in the sector? It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 black holes. Now I'm getting a little curious about the algorithm for how it places these things and how many it chooses to place. There's probably some file in the game set like that you can mess around with. You know, I think I'll take that just as it gives me a good excuse to go scan this black hole, get closer to Slip Surge. When it comes to the topographic data, it's a bit interesting how it gives you that like data pad that you can sell for money towards the end. Because by the time you're at that level, let me scan this. By the time you're at that level, where you can actually do that, you want to fight me? Really? Are you sure? Okay. By the time you have that much topographic data, because it takes like 750 to get to Slip Surge, and then you need to generate like, what is it, 150, 200 to get like a piece of plastic that's worth like 50,000 credits. It's like by that point, if you've done enough exploring to get to that point, it's just not worth that much money. I don't know, it feels like the kind of thing that's supposed to, that should be earlier in the game, but earlier in the game what you're doing is you're unlocking stuff. The Omen just seriously ran straight through all of them. It just sprinted down the middle of their fleet and then walked away unharmed. Omens are pretty crazy. I don't think I have any aggressive officers either. It's just steady officer just going nuts. Yeah, so these are going to be a problem when you don't have any point defense, but having some Omens is a good little safety net. It's kind of one of the, like, on top of all the good things that I've said about Omens so far, I'm going to keep simping for them because they're just that good. They let you skimp on point defense for a lot of your ships because they just delete fighters and missiles. They make life so much easier. Alright, now you're done. So long, kiddo. See you never. I might even go as far as to say I'll smell you later. No, that's probably too much. You know, it's one thing to take their lives, but to deliver that level of emotional damage, I don't know if I could live with myself if I did that. Yeah, that was weird. Now, of course, this leaves me with a problem because killing a fleet, if this causes a commotion that prevents me from finishing my mission, that would be annoying. And they're right here. Okay. Yep. I guess we're just going to do this round 2. I don't know why. You guys were that close. I don't know why you didn't join the battle. I guess they're like TV villains. You know, they're coming in one at a time just to make sure things are nice and fair. A true goon squad, some might even say. Alright, we've got the overload. Let's see if we can finish him off. Yeah, getting those extra vents, plus... Man, that IR Auto Lance just deleted the hull because it had its shield pointing the wrong way. Yeah, just a little bit annoying when it does that. Just a little bit annoying. It makes me tempted to get Elite Combat Endurance. Although, probably I'm just going to get Elite Target Analysis first, and then Elite Systems Expertise, because, you know, more damage, more EMP, and then more damage resistance. It's kind of hard to beat that. But the chip damage that they take over the course of a battle is being able to more or less negate that with Elite Combat Endurance now that it starts repairing immediately. That is tempting. You know, that one probably didn't have an officer in the first place. I imagine that's why it died. And if it does have an officer, you know, somebody is going to have to reconsider how secure they are in their job. I fired someone before and I'll do it again. In a video game. I'm talking about the video game. Just to be clear. Just in case anyone thinks I mean that I fired someone. I have not. Alright. Just for a little fun, we're going to ram them. Now the fighters are harassing this. Oh, of course, I flamed out. That's the logical consequence of my decision. No. That's the logical consequence of my decision. I take responsibility for my actions. Alright, let's get this over with. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, there's not much left. They should be running. That's probably running. It's not running? Okay, kill that. These two are not going to get out in time. That thing might. Yeah, what? Can't believe they were still fighting. That's interesting. Yeah, we'll even pursue them. Die. Yes, I'll recover that. No, I don't want anything else. Let's take all of that. There we go. Perfect. Gorgeous. I don't think I want that either. I've got plans. I've got huge plans. Now let me do my mission. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do a marine raid. I should have more than enough. Cool. Yeah, so even though the fighting these guys did set up a commotion, so I can't sell anything over there, I can still do the raid. That's perfect. Now, that being said, I did actually earn enough XP to level up. That's cool. Flux regulation is going to be a big deal. Now I can start really optimizing my ship builds. And getting that extra flux for this thing should hopefully avoid future situations where I get myself killed. At least avoid more of them. Oh, right, we're at war with you right now. I just kind of forgot about that. My bad. I'll have to go somewhere else. We're kind of in Persian League territory, though. We're not at war with the church anymore. And I do want to stop by Tritachyon, but the war started again, because of course it did. I've got a lot of Raspberry Pis I'd like to donate, but I'll have to do it anonymously. Unfortunate. Yeah, let's just make a sprint for Gilead. It's a bit weird that you actually only discover these core gates when you go into the systems, isn't it? Because a lot of them are, by default, more or less explored. So the fact that these gates aren't on the map until you, like, go to each system strikes me as a little bit weird. Because you can click on the system. Hello? Stop being annoying. You can click on each system and view the system, and you can see that the gate is there. So the fact that it doesn't show up in your Intel tab is a bit weird. Okay. I honestly haven't done the Pilgrim's Path yet. I'm just not that interested in a lore-focused quest. I'm more interested in quests that have practical applications. Although I have done this part. I've started the thing, but I haven't actually gone and visited the other shrines. Visit the shrine, walk the path, return to your fleet. Right, what should I say? Right, I think I'm more Tritachyon. Well, I've been more Tritachyon aligned, but I'm commissioned by the Hegemony right now, so not really aligned with the church today. Strong support of AI rights. I don't think... That's kind of a weird statement. I don't think that's really a thing in this game. Like, even the factions that are more inclined to use AI aren't supporting them for their rights. They're more like, this is probably just something you're saying to troll them, because this isn't like a real standpoint. Yeah, this is probably the most... Yeah, 1 and 2 are probably the polite options. Oh, that's... okay. I could say that. What good is a religion that hates technology? I do like how there's a variety of options. You can You can be very much just walk around strawmanning people if you want. I mean, although they do kind of hate technology. The church seems to be a bit complicated. Like the Knights of Lud are an organization that enforces the will of the church, even though Lud himself would have been explicitly against that sort of thing. Interesting to how these things work out, isn't it? Also, I was simply curious. Politely pretend to join. Oh, so you can pretend versus... I feel like these two should be next to each other rather than being separated. So you can politely pretend or you can actually pretend. I guess this one, they're probably going to notice that you're not actually praying. I think I'm going to politely pretend. Thank you. It's very nice. I am just visiting. How many shrines are there? Yeah. You know, I'll do it eventually, I guess. No, this would just be a straight-up lie. Not Malak nor Mammon shall lead me astray. That would just be lying. I would be lying. Now I know where to avoid. I like that. Say your goodbyes and leave. We'll just go with that. Do we have a good officer? What have we got? You're getting hired and you're getting fired. Reckless. I'm not spending a story point to fix that. If you could have just been energy weapon mastery with like a more reasonable personality, that wouldn't have been such an issue. You fool. Why have you forced my hand? Yeah, I'll pay the extra credits for that. That's fine. I'll visit those at some point. Maybe. That's not really part of what I'm here for, though. I could return that immediately. No, I won't. We're going to go here. Oh, right, of course. Scan, comply. Yeah, they don't find anything, shockingly. They never find anything. Monthly income, looking good. Even with the spacer stat, the commission is just too much passive income. It's crazy good. In the future, I might turn that down. Or even turn... Yeah, I would probably turn down commission prices and do the spacer start just to make things... Although, is that really going to be interesting? It would just make things really grindy. Maybe I should do the opposite. Just massively boost passive income and get through the game really quickly. Get to the, you know, get to the big end game fights where things get interesting. Take big risky, you know, do big risky operations because you can recover really quickly. That might actually be a more interesting approach. There's something to be said for overcoming the extra challenge that comes from making things less profitable. Oh, that's a lot further than I thought it would be. I was considering just jumping straight down onto the planet, but I was like, no, the jump point's right next to it. It isn't. I was deceived. The jump points have deceived me. The way that it looked in hyperspace is not how it actually is. Oh, there's even ruins here. And, of course, I don't have enough people. So where is this? Rocky Unstable. That would be not that one. That would be this one. Man, I almost forgot that I'm lugging around a 14 Legion. Just because hyperfield optimization means you're going just about as fast in hyperspace. Man, it's such a good addition to the game. Getting that +3 while in hyperspace means that you can do a lot more fleets where you don't even need augmented dry field. Right, with a, let's see, because this, it's got a base burn of 7, navigation gets that up to 8, so that's 16. Then the hyperfield optimization gets you up to 19, so you only need 1 aux to get up to 20. It just makes life so much better. Oh, I am spending way too many supplies. What am I doing? Alright, I'm going to go get this mining station. I was going to scan this black hole, but... Well, I don't have any soul shielding on this. Or this. This one has it. This one does not. This one doesn't matter because it's in the condition that it's in. Supply losses probably won't be that bad. And there's something really close to it. Well, that's worth investigating. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do it. I'll take the plunge. I should get enough supplies from this mining station that it shouldn't be an issue. And if it is, I can just sprint back to the core worlds. It's not like it's a big risk. Just gonna take a little look-see. Even though preliminary survey data is not that... Oh, this isn't... Alright, the mining station was the other one. I forgot. This is just a domain error probe. Probably not going to get too many supplies from this. I don't think I'll deploy that. I'll save a little bit of supplies. Even basic probes have a lot of stuff guarding them now. They just add up more and more the more probes you salvage. Well, I'm not sure if it's the more probes you... Are you reckless? What is going on? What is happening? What? It must be a reckless officer or something. This is... What was that? You're probably the one who died, aren't you? That must be the... Yeah, I'm going to have to double check that. I've been kind of ignoring the officers for the most part. That was crazy. And we can... Yeah, you are the one with the demod. This answers a lot of my questions earlier. Okay. Yeah, it's nice that the escort order really restrains reckless officers from doing anything too crazy. It's pretty handy. Yeah, let's just clean this up. Simple as that. Yeah, this is the part of the battle. It's this part of the battle. Well, no, it's a lot of the time it's for the early parts of the battle that the speed up mod exists for combat. I might want to grab that again because it does make those just quiet parts a little less tedious. All right, what have I got up here? All right, Thunderlord's Sky Throne. Finish the orbital station. Of course, everything is short on everything. Oh, I see why. That's right. It's because the accessibility went up when the wars ended, and then it went back down when the war started again. That's why everything is so crazy. I may want to do this just to get... Although... Because increasing accessibility will let us meet these demands, which will increase stability and kind of compensate for the loss from Freeport. Huh. It's kind of surprising we still have... This is +2. Growth point total. Oh yeah, I guess there's no... I was wondering why there's positive growth despite having negative accessibility. It's because that without any hazards, there's no negative points. It's only positive. So this colony is always going to grow. Survey ship. I wonder if we'll be able to find the other mothership. That would be pretty convenient. Alright, gimme. Alright, we're now up to 300 supplies. Okay, that should be fine. Now we can go scan this black hole and find out what's orbiting it, because a lot of the time there's research stations orbiting black holes. Well, I say a lot of the time. It's actually pretty uncommon, but if there is something orbiting a black hole, it's probably a research station. I can't remember there being anything else. Alright, let's get the event horizon, get that long-range scan. Oh, no, it's just a probe. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to have to remember that in the future. Sometimes it can just be a probe. As much as you wish it was a research station. Oh good, no combat. That would have been annoying. Let's get closer, do the close range scan. Okay. And let's get out of here. Yeah, the overall loss of... Because the omens are completely immune. This thing is mothballed. Oh, this thing is immune. Even the... So there's only 3 ships even losing combat readiness, and they didn't lose too much. Once everything's got the solar shielding, though, that's going to be fun. You can even lure, like if you find like a red zone, that's maybe one of these black holes out here will be a red zone, if we're lucky, because then we can lure the remnants into the black hole and be completely unaffected by it thanks to our solar shielding, while the remnants will just get drained. I believe somebody has a video where they've defeated like entire Ordos with a single ship, with a single Eagle, just because it was like the Lion's Guard Eagle. So you can S-mod the built-in solar shielding, and then just slap on a bunch of like anti-armor and anti-hull weapons, because once the remnants run out of CR, then you can't use your shields anymore. So there's no point in it. So you dodge around until they run out of CR, and then you just blast away what's left of them. Although that's an interesting strategy, it's probably really tedious. Although I guess that's another reason to get the combat speed up mod. Okay, so where am I looking for this? Heart of the system. Okay, that's easy. Yeah, sure. It's pretty worthless, but I'll scan it. Actually, maybe I should have brought the Venture with me for that. Surveying equipment. That might have been a good idea. Okay. Considering this is supposed to be a dwarf star, it's pretty big. Imagine if they made all these things to scale. I mean, they obviously couldn't make the planets to scale because then they just kind of disappear. But like the different types of suns, I wonder what it would look like if they made them scale to each other. Like the white dwarf would be like tiny, and then you'd have some blue giants that are just taking up a massive chunk of the inner solar system. Yeah, I'm not going to get to that one. That's for sure. Wait, this sun is called Black Emperor. That is a dope name for a red giant. I like it. Alright, let's just dive through these. Night Runner of what? Ah, I see. Okay. So if it gets hit, it'll just say it avoids the damage. I've never actually paid attention to that before. Alright, there's a gate. That's cool. It's a nice little discovery. And this is Heart of the System. Okay. Oh, speaking of, I can get more stuff. Let's get that accessibility up. I want it above 0%. That would be nice. That'd be a real treat. Actually, how many story points do I have? 5. Usually the best way to spend those is on this, because you get that 20%. Yeah. Let's go with that. Let's get that accessibility up. Alright, what have you got? Okay, perfect. More free stuff. Just how we like it. More automated defenses. Not quite what I was hoping for, but I guess I'll just do that. Oh wait, 34%? I'm actually getting bonus XP for this? Really? Alright, well, I guess I can't complain too much about it then. Bonus XP does mean we're going to level up a little bit faster. I mean, really, I should probably be picking fights with... Considering my fleet composition is really good for punching above our weight, as demonstrated against the mothership, but even against... Oh, I almost forgot about you. You little pain. But even against fleets that have shields, it's still really good at punching above its weight. So I should probably be looking for those kinds of fleets that we can just pick apart and get level up really quickly. And if there's anything to be concerned about, it would be the Sunder. Yeah, it's probably going to be fine. He's got some Omen supporting him. Let's just go. Let's just go killing. Alright, you little pain in the ass. Good night. I've had enough of your salamanders. I say no, sir. I will not take any more. And I missed. I probably should have aimed that a little more carefully. Alright, you can finish that off. I'm going to go somewhere else. Oh wait, they've killed everything else. I guess I'm going to go down this way. Let's see if I can snipe this. Yes? Ah, come on. That was a good shot. You still haven't finished off that? Really? I thought you could just hit it with the Animator Blaster and that would do it. 4 Gamma Cores from that? Okay. Alright, that's a good number. We're getting a lot of Gamma Cores. That's a lot of money just waiting to be claimed. Point defense. Aggressive. I'll take that. That is actually just about right. I mean, point defense, kind of interchangeable. Like, the main skills that the Omen needs are systems expertise, obviously, field modulation, combat endurance, and target analysis. And you want to make target analysis elite. And then that 5th skill is a little bit interchangeable. Point defense is fine. So is helmsmanship. Energy weapon mastery you can make an argument for. Although if you have an extra elite skill you can plop down, then getting gunnery implants purely for the elite bonuses, not a bad idea. Since Omens already come with ECM, getting another 4 is pretty cool. But the baseline effect is kind of useless. Okay, so it's you. Yes, you are reckless, and I just forgot about that. That's why you're causing so many problems. Everyone else is steady. You sneaky little bastard. Alright. Your skill set is pretty... You've got 3 of those right skills, so... And the ordnance expertise is very okay. Alright. It would be nice if I could find fresh officers in the core worlds that have any of the irrelevant skills, but no dice so far. Domain Era Survey Ship location. That might... Let's see, does that lead us to... Yes, I imagine this will probably lead us to the other mothership, if I had to guess. Because it's pretty far away from where the mothership I found was. And usually if you follow the trail from survey ship to... Well, from probe to survey ship, then eventually that leads you to the mothership. Usually. Okay. So that's it there. I don't really care about this. Don't want to clog up my log too much. Yeah, that's just the structure. Okay, let's see if we can get here in time. I've dilly-dallied quite a bit. $32 days. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'll just abandon this. Oh no. 1 reputation lost. I'm still a little... There's some numbers in this game that just definitely don't make sense. Like when you discover a beacon, when you discover a warning beacon, and it's worth like 500 EXP, getting to level 2 is 50,000. You're giving that... Like, let's do a little math here. That's 1%. That's 1% of a level up for finding that. Like, most things are worth a lot more than that. It's just, some of these numbers are just weird. Okay. Of course, it's crossing the path. That's fine. We'll just do a little bit of this. Okay. That's how that works, I guess. I was kind of hoping I would get across a little bit faster, but most of my velocity was lateral once I hit the center of the stream. But at least I don't have to do an emergency burn. That's nice. Okay, so that's what I've got so far. What else is in this system? Oh, it's a neutron star. I could scan that, but I do want to get over here fast enough to actually finish this mission. Let's see, how much is this worth? Well, that's 280,000 baseline. So tripled for Tritachyon. We're looking at 740,000. No. 200,000 tripled to be, 840,000. Okay, that's right. I was just missing 100,000. So yeah, we'll dump those. We'll probably dump the beta cores too while we're at it. I don't think they're really worth using that much. The maintenance, yeah, they get you that maintenance saving, but it doesn't do that much. And the extra hazard we're probably going to get from using them would be annoying. Alpha cores are worth it. Beta cores, it's questionable. Oh, it's right there. Convenient. Gas giant. Okay, I was trying to see if I got both of them. I did. Hey, hello. That's a nice pickup. We can do a little fuel production of our own. Hold on. I believe there is a good no atmosphere planet in my home system, which would be if I go like this. Let's just check around. Yeah, this one. This one right here. Boosted accessibility, hazards only 175, and I can mine all of these different resources. So, right, it's got its own volatile, so I don't even need to colonize the gas giant. It can do the mining and then directly put the volatiles straight into the fuel production. This is actually pretty good. And I can also, yeah, I'll probably do mining, fuel production, and then refining as well, just in case I find the... No, wait, right, this is the metal production. Hold on, I was thinking I got a synchrotron core for some reason. No, this is the catalytic core. Right. And then, of course, it's not habitable, which means that I can do heavy industry there and put in the pristine nanoforge. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm getting some good items for that planet, for the one that I didn't colonize. I'm sure it'll be fine, though, when I eventually get around to that. Although I don't want to overwhelm myself with too many in the same system and then making... Yeah, I passed by this. I'll get this on the way back, I suppose. That'll be fine. Okay. So what I want to do right now is go home, and I'll buy a bunch of fuel, and then I'll go back to the core worlds, and then I'll be able to start the Tritachyon Black Site. And then we'll be actually able to make some progress. Alright, this is finished. And I just started this. I was a little concerned that stuff would be happening like right away. A lot of people have been complaining about the difficulty of Colony Crisis. I mean, it looks like you can get a size 3 world set up and it's like a non-issue. I did it pretty quickly. It was like, I don't think I was even like the second... I don't think I even had 2 years into the game. It's looking pretty non-issue, like a non-issue. As long as it stays size 3. Okay, let's see what we've got. Repair. I'm gonna store a lot of this crap. Alright, now I can get the comm relay set up. That's going to be nice. I probably should have dropped off that 14 so I could do this a little bit faster. Oh well. Comm relay. Proceed. There we go. And it gives us all that bounty intel that we're probably not going to use. I mean, this one's going to last a while. So we can grab that. And that's not going to be worth anything. Yeah, I'll star those just in case. Let's take that off the list. This is pretty close to this. Maybe I'll go down and around like that. It's not a bad idea. I would even call that a decent plan. Okay. Let's store these here. It's probably the right thing to do. Now we're up to 9 stability. That's great. Pirate activity is the only thing taking it down. Actually, speaking of, buy him something more palatable. Military warfare offering bounties. Yeah, I'll grab that actually. That's going to be easy and it's on the way. Okay, fleet. Let's drop this off. Now we're going to buy a ton of fuel. We don't have a ton of fuel. Really? I guess the way station hasn't been active for too long. That must be why. Then I'm going to go to the core worlds. I'm going to sell a bunch of this crap that I'm lugging around. Yeah, I mean, things are looking pretty good. Alright, we're going to restore this. I really don't want to spend a story point on you. Although, is it... I think it's 100% bonus XP. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'll leave that. That's fine. Okay. So that should be avoiding issues in the future without me needing to remember every single time what to do. We're on our way to level 9. That's pretty good. I'm going to be grabbing target analysis, then field modulation, then this, then that. Actually, maybe I could do... No, I don't want to grab... I don't want to do reassign that just yet. I'll probably yeah, I think I'll go up to impact mitigation. And then once I've got the 4 of them there, then I'll reassign this over to systems expertise. That sounds like a plan. And then after that, I'll grab Neuralink, cybernetic augmentation, officer training, probably. Yeah, I'm probably only going to need 8 officers for this fleet. And best of the best will be the last grab. Because this is going to be pretty story point expensive, right? We're getting 3 elite skills per officer. And then we're going to need the extra story, the S mods. So don't want to burn through too many of them, which is what I've been doing so far. Speaking of burning through them, now's a good time to grab solar shielding for this. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Do I still want insulated engines? I guess so. I just need to slap it on this thing too. Let's get that efficiency overhaul. Although if I do that, then I'm completely out of story points, which is a bit dangerous. So I think I'll pass. Instead, I'll switch over. I'll be a little inefficient. This is fine. Get that sensor profile down. It's still 150 though. Pretty big. Let's see what we've got here. The baseline is 300. That's 600 with the 2 cargo ships. And then the remaining points are another 150. So 750. Yeah, not terrible. It's better than being at 1,050. Okay. So here, 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 here. In that line. And then we go to Galatia. Could probably ignore that. What have we got new here? Yeah, don't care about that. I am going to need more fuel. Which means... Oh, then again, I'm going to take this slip and slide up in the reverse direction, which should save me some fuel. And then I'll probably find fuel as I'm passing down here. And if I don't, I'm going to be really close to the core worlds anyways. Yeah, that seems fine. Oh, there's a story tab for this. Interesting. Okay. How's our colony crisis looking? Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about the pirate base that should be nearby. Do I want to take care of this? I guess so. It's just kind of annoying. It means I have to delay everything a little bit more. But I guess I can sell the pirates a lot of this crap that I don't need. I am going to want this for this mission. This is going to make life a lot easier. You, the Reckless... Oh, that's right. The Reckless one wasn't an issue because she was on the Paragon. Well, that's right. And then once she moved to an Omen, she started being a menace. And the Paragon doesn't... Is that a fleet right there? Alright, I was just remembering that I don't need this anymore. And I'm now just remembering that I can move these to do this. I forgot about flux regulation. Pretty soon they're gonna... If I can get... Once I get my best of the best, which is going to be much further on, then I'll be able to S-mod one of these things. Get up to 6,550 flux capacity with field modulation and combat endurance. That efficiency plus that capacity. Yeah, it gets a little crazy. And then you still got 2 points left over to put into vents, which is going to be nice. Okay, so can I make this make more sense? No, I don't have more weapons. Alright, we're just going to leave it as is then. What about these? Can I make these make sense? I guess I can do harpoons? No. Alright, I can do sables on the front, harpoons on the back. I want it to be symmetrical because it's prettier that way. Let's see, burst PDs, that's a good choice. Any good medium slot? Yeah, gravitons will be fine. Okay. And any hull mods that I want. This is pretty good. Resistant flux conduits is just a very good generic choice. Even on a capital ship where it's like you think that it's relying on shields and that it's not going to be an issue, but EMP damage against a capital ship can still be very crippling. Even against a beast like this. Plus, the faster venting speed can be pretty useful in a Paragon. It can soak up a bunch of damage, just vent in the enemies when they give it a moment of respite, and then suddenly it's got its full shield capacity ready. Yeah, I don't think there's any other hull mods I desperately need. Point defense AI can be pretty interesting. This can be pretty interesting. I've got this S-modded. And then in the future, I'm going to be S-modding stabilized shields, probably. Although it is tempting to get the flux distributor for just more raw dissipation. And then, of course, solar shielding. Speaking of which, that is why I'm sitting here. It's because I knew that there was something else I needed. Brilliant. I could probably squeeze it onto this ship, too. Okay, let's see. What have we got? There it is, 9. And then we're going to move this so that they're organized by cost, because I like it that way. Alright, that looks pretty good. Yeah. So we can kill this fleet that's being a pain. Yeah, it'd be nice if I could just click 1 to send all of these right now, but I can't. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. I guess they thought they could take the station, like, or were they raiding? Like, it just seems very unwise. That whole operation seems very, very unwise. Alright, let's go find him. Alright, hold on. Let me see the blowback. Blowback +1. Points remaining 4. Yeah. So it's just... Destroying ships doesn't actually permanently reduce it. It just takes those same... Those points get taken off, and then they come back spread out over several months. Okay. And now you can see these Those clouds reduce us to 16. I think and our cap is 19. Okay. So it's going to be somewhere in here. Have I explored this system before? I'll take that as a no. Let's see, does it give us more information about its location? No, it doesn't. You've just got to find it. That might end up being a little annoying. If it's in this, like, if it's in one of these asteroids belts, it's going to take a while. Especially now that we're slowed down by the Paragon. Okay, explore. Very cool. I would love to sell them a bunch of shit before I kill them, too. It's funny how that works. It's very classic. I'm going to sell you things, and then I will blow you up. Which means I don't want to encounter any of their fleets first, because then I won't be able to sell them anything if I blow up one of their fleets. It causes too much of a commotion. We can't have that. We're pirates. Pirates don't like commotion. They like stability. And it's a weird thing to say, but there is some degree of a case to be made that historically pirates have been a business that relies on trust. Because when you capture a ship full of crew and you want to ransom somebody for a lot of money, well, the people who are paying the ransom need to trust that you're not just going to kill them anyways. So pirates rely on the trust of the people that they're selling their family members back to, that they're not just going to screw them over. So in that sense, it makes sense for pirates to self-police. Right? If other pirate crews are going around killing people and taking the money, that's a problem for your business. So you want to go take care of that in order to make sure that the reputation of you and your fellow pirates doesn't get ruined. Of course, that's nothing. Star Sector doesn't have any of that, but I don't know, it could be interesting. Alright, let's have a look. We can sell you a bunch of crap. I'm sure you guys would love that. I don't need all of these. I'm going to hold on to 10. I'm going to hold on to 10. I'm going to hold on to 10. Yeah, I need a new mouse. This is getting ridiculous. Okay, let's move. Oh, I can't organize them, huh? Interesting. Because I wanted to move you. I wanted to switch places, but I guess you can't do that. Thank you. That's getting a little frustrating. Grab more fuel while we're here. Yeah. There we go. That's nice. That's cleared up all our cargo space. Can we do raiding first? Yes, we can. I can just assign them however I like. Interesting. So that's high. Supplies. Yeah, the better something is. Quantity 4. Quantity 20. Let's see. Fuel's got a decent quantity. Moderate. Yeah, sometimes you can send like some as a distraction and that'll bring your casualties down. But in this case, it looks like the best thing to do is just hold some in reserve. And that'll keep our casualties moderate. Steal some fuel. Oh, wrong button. Okay, there we go. Launch. I'll take that. And now I'm going to kill you. After selling you a bunch of crap and then stealing from you, now I'm going to kill you. It's just the way business runs in this sector. If you don't like it, why don't you go crying back to the hegemony? Is this a midline pirate base? Something about that just feels wrong. They do occasionally have midline bases. It's just... it just doesn't feel right. You know, they're pirates. They should be low-tech, shouldn't they? Yeah, let's try not to die this time. I'm pretty sure I say that every time I die. I should stop saying that. It's clearly not doing me any favors when I say that. And we're doing pretty well in this. The Paragon hasn't even got here yet. This should be over nice and quick. Yeah, the Paragon was probably not necessary. We could have done this with a smaller fleet. It just would have taken longer. Oh, oops. Just trying to get that Reaper off just before I overload, but nope, no dice. Alright, let's try to dodge this Piranha as much as we can. And of course it scores a flame out. I'm going to vent before the main guns turn on me. That would be a problem. Alright, let's get our engines back. Thank you. I don't want to stay flamed out forever. Really? They managed to stop all of that. I was kind of hoping to time the Sabos with the Reapers so that I would get an overload, but no dice. Stations look a little silly with how tightly packed all their weapons are. You know, most ships, the weapons are kind of spread out a little bit. But on stations, they're just crammed together as tightly as possible. I wonder if it'd be better if stations were bigger and just had everything more spread out. Certainly an interesting way of designing things. Alright, can you just finish it off real quick? Are we missing an Omen? We are missing an Omen. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for it to spin back around. Or hopefully I can get it here. Really? Where did that debris even come from? I don't even know where that came from. I could have sworn there was nothing in front of me when I was shooting that Reaper. Alright, just disappear already. Alright, we're sick of you. Goodbye. Yeah, you died. Why? Why did you do that? That's fine, though. We can afford the repairs, obviously. Alright, now let's get out of here. Let's go back home. We'll drop off the Paragon. We'll repair this Omen. And then we're going to go do that line of quests that I've got all set up. I'll see how much... Alright, that did say minus 40. Points remaining 44. Huh. So it's going to replace all of those points, but it's going to be spread out across how... Like, it... You're not telling me that it's spread out over 22 months. That's a very long time. I would have thought it would be 6 months at most. Or maybe it'll scale up. And it's not going to stay at +2 per month forever. I guess I'll have to find out. Yep, there's the fuel costs. Let's see, stockpiles. Okay, now we can drop... Well, first we'll repair. Drop you off. Move the officer over here. Perfect. Got too much crew, that's fine. We can drop them off. Marines are now ranked up. Plus 25%. You know, they lost a few guys. Not my problem. Okay. How are we looking? Yeah, I think we're just going to head out now. You got anything interesting? I could buy a Sunder. Let's see. You got a lot of large ballistics. No energy weapons, though. I was kind of looking for an energy weapon, to be honest. Now, the main reason I actually took this bounty is because I'm hoping that that contact turns out to be like a military contact of high enough importance that I can actually get the unique bounty eventually. That would be nice. Bye-bye. Let's just get right over here. Man, that's so cool. Life is good. Reverse slipstreaming. It looks a little weird. It's going to take a little getting used to, going in the opposite direction of all the particles. Let's just get out of there. Yeah, that's going to take a little getting used to. But that is very convenient. Alright. Let's clean up this bounty. This should be pretty quick. Even though it was supposedly the more challenging one. I wonder if the chance of the person turning into a contact scales off of the difficulty. Like if you choose the low difficulty one, they don't talk to you again. But if you choose the high difficulty one, they're more likely to. That would be interesting if that was the case. Alright, let's do that. Alright, so I've got those artifacts. Cool. I'm going to do this bounty. And hopefully, if all the math checks out, we should be able to do the Black Site mission. It's probably going to be the last thing I do, and then I'll end the recording. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have any fun astronomy facts for today. At least nothing I can remember off the top of my head. There's not too much to talk about during hyperspace trips. I guess I could just talk about anything, really. Now that I think about it, there's no limitations. Right? This isn't a video, you know, real life isn't a video game. There's no dialogue for it. You can just say words. You can just say whatever words, and sometimes people will listen, and to me that's kind of shocking. Because I think there's something to be said for not spoiling the silence. You can fire all those gravitons if you like. It's not really going to do anything. Well, not gravitons, gorgons, but they're just gravitons on a stick, really. That's what they are. Man, this is a comedy ship right here. There really is nothing more funny than the fact that the Mudskipper Mark II exists. It's just a hilarious ship. It's like 2 DP for a kite? Nah. 2 DP for a Hellbore? Yeah. That could work. Alright, you guys take care of this. This is going to be a pain. Didn't quite overload. That's fine though, he's still dead. Okay, I guess nobody wanted to go in that direction. So clearly it says you're supposed to be going in that direction, you're just choosing not to. That is really weird how they all just ignored that and came down here. Yeah, you're a little pain in the ass, aren't you? You know what? I'm gonna just not do this. Alright, we can pursue them. We can do this. We can just do this. See, look at that. So much easier. The vigilance got away. That's fine. Okay. 180,000 credits for that is... You're paying way too much. That was an easy battle. There's no reason for me to get that much money. I mean, I'll take it. But that was... Wow. Okay, what have we got here? Not much of interest. That's fine. Is that it? I guess there's this thing. Another probe. Yeah, we're not worried about fuel. Fuel turned out to be a non-issue, so we're just going to head down here. And then hopefully we can grab that bounty in time. Looks like we're not at war with Tritac, so maybe I should go straight to the core worlds so that I can, because this piece is not going to last very long. We've learned that from experience. The Hegemony is going to be picking a fight with Tritac. As soon as I bet you if I go do these other things first, then as soon as I come back to the core worlds, they're going to be like, oh, war started. Yeah, thanks. Great. Yeah, I'll just grab these. Yeah, they're both just domain era probes. What you scared of, little guy? There's nobody out here but me, and I wouldn't hurt you. Or maybe... No, the church is not at war. Of course, with transponder off, I guess they can't tell who we are from that distance. Already scanned that one, right. That makes sense. It is perfectly reasonable that I would have done that earlier. Alright, we're about to make some cash. Okay. Station Commander. Planet Killers? No. You can have these. 800, yeah, there it is, 840,000. And that's all. We're back up to 4. No, we're back up to -4. 4 with the individual in question, which is kind of meaningless. Do I have more of these? No, I should get a second one. For when I eventually get my other Fury. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of it. I'll just grab those. Up over 1 million credits. Looking good. Can upgrade our station here. And yeah, there's nothing else to build. This is already upgrading. We're looking pretty good. Probably drop off in Alpha Core. I'm a little worried about putting it in the administrator position just because you can't remove it past a certain point. Once it figures out how to escape your clutches, then you can't remove it anymore without causing some issues. So I'm a little concerned about that. Stability's up at 10. And that's before we even upgrade this. Nice. Yeah, we're sitting on 11,000 credits a month. That's pretty cool. Yeah, things are looking good. It's only going to go up. The growth is going to go up once this thing increases. I guess I could do Freeport. Wow. So we're still at 10. And then this is going to... Yeah, this is going to go up to -3. But once this is upgraded, then it's going to all even out at a solid 10. Although I imagine Freeport probably increases the rate of crisis incrementing. To be honest, I kind of want to F around and find out. So far, we've seen nothing. I kind of want to mess around and find out. A little bit of extra growth, probably not necessary. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Hold on to the cash. If I can get that up to a Star Fortress before anything starts, that would make things a lot less concerning. Yeah, we're not going to get to this in time. Come by there later. Alright, we're looking good. Oh yeah, something to remember here is if you use autopilot, it's going to send you to one of the jump points or gravity wells over here. But if you're paying attention, which I forgot to do this time, you can actually just drop in on the White Dwarf. Even if you don't have transverse jump, just drop in on the White Dwarf because it's so small you're not really going to be in the Corona. This is a perfectly valid entry point for the system. Save you a little bit of time just because it's so, like, that colony is so far away from the other jump points. Okay. Galatia. Give me the main quest line. 53, and there it is. Yep. We're going to rescue them, of course. Except... And it's close to home. Ain't that convenient? Oh yeah, I know how to do that. You nerds can have the data. It's fine. And this is also really close by. Interesting. So I guess I'll drop by here. See what's up over here with this domain survey ship. Are these both in this? So I'm transporting... Hold on. I'm transporting a science team to the same system where there's all these mercenaries that I have to sneak past. This is a logical and sane progression of events. This is very normal. Don't question it. There's nothing strange about this. Okay. So yeah, with all this cash, all I really want to do is, I guess I'll save up $1 million and upgrade this again. Although it is, yeah, I don't have Neuralink yet, so there's not really any reason to grab another Fury. And it's not like I can get a Paragon that easily, given our current relationship with Tritech. Actually, it'll probably be easier to just kill some Tritech fleets to get one. I think that's going to be my strategy. I'll fight some late-game like Tritachion fleets as the colony crisis get ramped up, assuming that Tritachion harasses us. I think we can handle that, to be quite honest. Yeah, we're at war now. Looking at that fleet, there's only one Eradicator. Everything else is kind of chaff. Yeah, we could just fight this. 102%? Yeah, I don't think so. Nope, we're not sending in those. Thank you very much. Okay, so enemy ECM is at 5%. Our ECM is at 5%. And that means both of us lose 3% range. I guess it's 2.5 and it's rounding up to 3. I wonder if I should make a video explaining how the new ECM works. It makes sense, but it just takes a little bit. The number of words it takes to explain belies how simple it actually is. It's really not that complicated. It just takes surprisingly long to explain how it works. Okay, good. Alright, let's get that shield back up. Thank you very much. Okay, that is those broadswords are going to be a problem since there's no omens nearby. Did I not no, okay, I was like, I only see 4, but then one of them's kind of hiding there. Alright, I'm going to fly up here to try and get some defense from these broadswords. You can help me out. You know, I was really hoping you would deal with these broadswords. Do you think you could help? Come on. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Let's take care of this. Come on. Yeah, sometimes you tend to miss frigates with that on auto-fire. It leaves me wondering if maybe advanced turret gyros would be a good pick. Just to get that extra accuracy against frigates. Yeah, these two can take care of that. That's fine. All right, good night. Go to bed. Take care of you. Okay, that's a lot of Talons. Let's try not to overload. Overloading would be a problem. The problem is Talons are arguably more dangerous to me than the broadswords. Well, the broadswords are definitely going to be more dangerous to my shields, but once the shields drop, having very light armor on this thing means that those swarmers will pierce through the armor pretty quickly, and then the Vulcans will start shredding the hull. And here the Omens come to save the day once again. Just wipe them out. Now that we don't have a reckless officer ruining things, we're looking pretty good. There's still so many. Holy. Wow. There's still just so many of them. I guess that's because pirate fleets like to spam Condors and these things. Is it the Colossus Mark II or III? I can never remember. One of them's Mark II for the Ludic Path, and one of them's Mark III for the pirates. And I never remember which is which. Alright, that's enough out of you. Go to bed. Take a nice nap. There we go. Should probably get out of the way of the Sunder. Let him get some shots in there. Alright, have we got anything else? We've got an Enforcer and a Condor over here. And that's it. Yeah, see, this is exactly the type of fleet you want if you want to be punching above your weight class and getting a lot of bonus XP. Just the ability for these Omens to pull apart the fleet while you pick everything apart. It's very convenient. Notably, the Enforcer did survive to the end, probably just because, yeah, it actually takes a little bit of time to pierce through this armor for these guys. As opposed to a lot of the ships just having paper armor in these pirate fleets. Alright, pursue. Get rid of them. Get them out of here. Oh, we actually got all of them. It's pretty unusual. And right. Okay, level up. Very nice. So we're going to grab target analysis first, so we can do more damage and kill more things. Alright. So we're going to hit this, and then we're going to do... Yep. We're going to hit this, and then we're going to do the black site. And that's going to be that. Okay. Where is it? Desert World. Okay. So that. I do actually have enough supplies that I can just survey these planets. I'll fully explore the system so that there's no real reason to come back. There's a lot of probes around the sun. It's not like it's a particularly interesting sun. Alright, survey ship. Do you have any data for me? No, but you have a lot of stuff. Alright. Alright, we'll do this. We just took care of the pirates, we can take care of you too. I could use another level up would be nice. Actually, this kind of playthrough is probably better. The kind of playthrough where you just show everything from start to finish is probably better streamed than in a video. Just because then there's, like, the level... you know, during the moments where there's not much going on, you can always interact with chat. That being said, I don't know too much about streaming or how to set any of that up. I'm interested. But it's going to take a little bit of time before I actually get into it. Well, maybe that'll be sooner rather than later. I guess we'll see. see what we've got. You've got all of that. That's being split up nicely. We should be able to take care of this section pretty quickly. Oh, that's a lot of salamanders. You're in a bit of trouble, my friend. Yep. Ah, come on. I even tried aiming further to the side because I knew it adds your velocity to the projectile speed. So if you're moving sideways, it adds that sideways momentum. I even knew about that and tried to compensate for it, but I didn't compensate enough. Bye-bye. Okay. Yep, you're going to clean those up. That's fine. You can distract those. Speaking of, actually, you can distract all of that. I'm going to go help over here to make sure this gets done quicker. I can get behind you and turn off your engines. That'd be... Yeah, there we go. Looking good. Flawless execution. Oh, you're cornered. That's not good. Yeah, sometimes the thing is when the AI is up against the edge of the map, its programming is telling it to go further away to the left, but then it just bounces off the kind of like invisible area there, which then causes it to try going to the left again, which then causes it to bounce back, and then it tries to go to the left again. The AI does not have any awareness about map boundaries. Zero. It has no idea what the map boundary... Yeah, it has no idea. Which can be a little annoying for situations like that. Alright, I'm going to need you guys to actually come over here and help. And I'm not doing this by myself. I can get behind you. Well, I can force you to turn around, which is... Why was one of these pointing backwards? What just happened? That was weird. Yeah, they've cleaned all of that up. That's just all that's left. Wait, did they even clean up the big one that was over here? Could have sworn there was a fourth big one. That'd be very impressive if they did. Okay. I'm wondering what the hell I'm going to title this. I've had a couple of good ideas so far for the first two. I guess I'll just have to go through the recording and see if anything interesting worth describing happened. Because for the most part, it's been pretty, it's a lot less intense. Although, I'm saying that, there's a lot more combat in this one against larger enemy fleets. But the combat hasn't been too crazy. Aside from, oh, you know what I could talk about? The fact that I got my Freer blown up twice. That's probably, it's gonna be like, combat is, like, making friends is hard, combat is hard. Oh my god, I died so much. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but... Oh, I'm just now realizing the Heavy Blaster was offline there. Yeah, so we'll just sit here and kill this, and then we can go on to the next thing. Alright, do you give away the secrets? Give me your secrets. Tell me where the mothership is. It's as simple as that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's as simple as that. That's another thing I could talk about, is clearing out the motherships. See, I told you earlier when I found out the location of this thing that it would tell me where the mothership is, and I was right. Because I am... Ooh. Actually, it would be more convenient to do this first, and then go back up. So instead of doing the black site, we're going to do this, and then I'm going to cut the recording there, and then I'll start the next one by going in and doing the black site. I think that's the plan. Alright, it's right here. Slip surge. Okay. And next time I'm going to be able to actually... Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because obviously Distress Beacon you can't use while you're in hyperspace, so it switches over to Slip Surge. Yeah, that was well designed. That was well well considered. That this replaces scavenging and this replaces the beacon. It's only going to be, it only becomes an issue when you start using mods and then you get extra abilities that now you need to start using the other pages. Oh, also if you have remote survey, although for makeshift equipment, although that's kind of just, it's a pretty useless ability, realistically. Being able to get the incomplete survey data is just not, it's not useful. And it doesn't even get the whole system, right? If it at least got the whole system, that would be fine. But no, it has a maximum range. Rocky Ice World. Okay. Let's scan that. Not that I care that much because I've already got all the abilities. And topographic data is not going to be worth a ton. Survey data. Interesting. Is it a good place? I mean, it's just somewhere in here. Okay. Yeah, it's this Terran world. Let's see. What have you got? Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. So we're looking at Barren, and Rocky Ice. So it's going to be up there. We'll clean up this second mothership, see what we get. And that'll be it for today. Yeah, no combat, please. I want to get this done. I want to go do the big battle because anything that those probes are going to throw at me, if I can beat the survey ship, then those probes are never going to throw anything at me that's going to be challenging. The mothership's going to be at least a little challenging. And there's another probe, of course. It's just hanging around its mother. Alright, the ultimate battle. Okay. Yup. That's a lot. That is a lot, yeah. We're fine. 368%, that just means we're going to level up. That's all that means, really. Although it is annoying that this one doesn't have an officer, so it misses out on the extra peak performance, so this one's probably going to have to retreat, unfortunately. This time we got 2 of them instead of 1. A little more efficient. It is nice that just pops the little ones. It's really convenient. Should probably have an Omen escorting you, to be honest. That would be a good idea. Oh, that's probably, you know what, that's probably why I was able to do that. Target analysis is now online. And it's the buffed version of target analysis that gives you 5% extra damage to frigates, too. Aha, your flares have failed you, my friend. So they're going to clean those up. Those can distract those. The only thing I'm concerned about is getting rushed down by one of those things. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with S-modding the auxiliary thrusters along with elite helmsmanship. I think that it does feel really nice to pilot this way. And we do need to make sure we're constantly making progress. Otherwise, things could get hairy as CR starts to drain. That was close. That almost got intercepted. That would have been annoying. Okay, spreading out over here. Yeah, nope, don't think so. This one's got a lot of support, just a little annoying. There's still more. There's still another one hanging back there. There's so many of these things. I just got to do that again, and that one's taken care of. It looks like I've got a lot of attention on me. As long as they're not killing the Sunder, that's fine. Okay, let's see if we can sneak around these guys. They really don't want me to. Okay, hold on. We can do this. Nope, the Reaper got eaten up there. That's less than ideal. And they do, of course, have combat endurance, so it's repairing. Yeah, I really can't afford to die here. I'm going to play a little more defensively. Can you guys, like, do something? I feel like the Sunder hasn't been accomplishing much in a while. Come on now. Get their attention. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. That's another one down. Alright. I think I want to make sure you go this way. You'll also notice I have a lot of command points. With that, you can think... Hey, hold on. Let's see, how long is it? 36 seconds. You can think coordinated maneuvers for that. Right, don't really need the operation center on your flagship if you've got coordinated maneuvers and you're making good use of it. I see you've activated your system. I don't see you firing. That could have saved me a Reaper. Oh man, there's still a lot of them that we've got to clean out. We are making our way through the little ones, though. Here, let me give you a hand. That was my kill. I did that. You didn't. You didn't. No. Yeah, that was my kill. I got the last hit. It's mine. You don't get to have it. Alright. Got to save ammo there. Now the Omens are starting to get in. Got him facing away. Perfect. Perfect timing. That's what we like to see. Yeah, this is just gonna... So all the little ones are getting scrapped, but the big ones are just going to take a while because they're so chunky. I notice that you're at 0 flux and you're not helping. Are you really that distracted by this one over here? Because this is going to be a problem if we run out of CR. Like, this is going to be a real problem. So I need you to get more aggressive here. Are you going to shoot? What are you doing? Why is the Tachyon Lance not firing? You're right here. It's right in front of you. There's nobody obstructing you. Do something. What are you doing? You're literally doing nothing. Why are you not firing your Tach Lance? There you go. Took you long enough. I'm pretty sure the cooldown isn't that long. Jeez. Alright, now this is a problem. Alright, and if we retreat now, of course they all respawn. Like, instantly. It's not like a cooldown or anything. Oh, we're cutting it really close. We've lost an Omen. The Sunder is in trouble. Okay. This thing is pretty low, though. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay. Starting to clean them out. Being out of Reapers sucks at this point, though. Because, of course, they aren't. Having a Tachyon Lance sure does make this a little bit easier. Okay. High-intensity laser would probably be better for this, but I never found one. Probably could have hunted for one and bought one off the market, but it is what it is. The problem is that these ones look pretty pristine. 12 hull. Yeah. Might have bitten off more than I could chew. I swear this... Like, am I really in the way? I feel like there's more than enough room for you to actually fire there. Somebody's reporting. Yeah, it's you. Okay. And this is what I was talking about earlier. About how we're on a clock. We need to make sure we get this done. I'm even out of sabos at this point. Probably should have used them more conservatively. At this point, I'm almost out of antimatter blasters, too. Which is going to suck. Come on, I need to finish this off. Thank you. Whew. I've got one antimatter blaster shot and a heavy blaster, and that's it. We still got 3 of these guys. Plus, the mothership is somewhat intact. I've killed half, like, one side of it, but that's it. Okay. Yeah, I really need to just get out of the way of the Sunder. Shoot, 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 shoot. I'm not in the way. There you go. Man, it is taking way too much space. But it fires the Needlers, no problem. It's just really conservative with the Tachyon Lance for some reason. I'm gonna have to look at its weapon groups after this. This is ridiculous. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of this guy. That'll make things easier. Alright, that's taken care of. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Sunder. Yeah, even my flagship is going to have malfunction soon. And I'm struggling to kill this thing. Yep. Oh, of course, Omen disabled. The Sunder did its job. Perfect. Maybe I should have brought the Paragon. Because this is... Oof. This is nerve-wracking. And of course, these guys are all at full CR. Naturally. Yes, yes, I know. Critical malfunctions. Oh yeah, and I'm going to start losing engines. This is going to be great. It's just going to be fantastic. No, you can keep doing whatever it is you're doing. Oh shoot, no, you need to also... Crap, I want to kill this thing, but I also need to rescue the Sunder. Phew. And then we lost an Omen, of course. How did it still... Okay. Sure. Man. And now I'm going to have critical malfunctions too. I think this is over. Guys, I think this might be Jover. I'm going to keep trying, but this is looking... Oof. They've got like combat endurance, they're still repairing. The other one died, of course. I've got 3 of these fucking guys, and my weapon's broken. This is so, so bad. And I've dumped a lot of S-mods into these things. Oh, come on. Alright. This is what we call Jover. On the one hand, going back and reloading and just re-recording this would make this my life a lot more convenient. But I think this would make for a really cool comeback story, because this is, well, we were so close. All I mean, if I brought like a second Sunder or something, this would have been a victory. There was just so many of them. I guess I'm just going to go to the core worlds, grab a bunch of Omens. I'm going to grab another Fury if I can. Maybe 2. You're still at 46%? Why do you have so much? Actually, another thing that would have helped, by the way, which is frustrating, is if I had Omens with the correct officer skills. But of course, you can't find any fresh officers anywhere in this damn sector, as the last video probably showed. Yeah, I was definitely pushing my luck with this one, and it bit me. But that's the price that we pay for glory. Alright, we're gonna have to retreat. Yep. And unfortunately, you can't recover ships in this situation. You have to win. Yeah, we'd have to re-engage. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have done that when our peak performance ran out, is I should have retreated and re-engaged. There's so little. There's just so little. But there's nothing we can do. It's over. Yeah, we just lose. And look. Wait, they don't regenerate instantly? Interesting. If there were ships in the system that I could recover, that would be... Wow, I did in fact level up. And I'm almost to the next level after that, too. So I just traded a bunch of ships and the story points that I spent on them for a lot of EXP. I guess that's the way that it goes. Let's grab this. And I guess we're going to have to figure something out next time. I'll see you all later.